It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And right away he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off the game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Hurry!
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 13. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. QT now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well.
And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Falcons 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. QT now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Right through.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons had 6 and 9 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third, here's an option play right. Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, going back to Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. In motion is Grant. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here we go. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Cordarrelle Patterson deep for Atlanta. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Let's go now.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Striker, 3-3.
Here's Patterson again. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Smash, red. Black shot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this throw will be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he loses the football a second time, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 2.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
The turnover differential.
without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it inside the 10. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff to Chandler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big tackle for loss by D'Angelo Malone. Just an excellent play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
11 Thomas. 11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll go again with Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 44, Burrow finding his target. It's Trey McBride. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They run it with Chandler. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cards have cut it back within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. In motion is Grant. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wait.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now Chandler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield,
Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. It's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up a throw. That's brought in downfield by London. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football,
there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Another completion right back to Patterson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Patterson running between the tackles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's Chandler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
11.
Up the middle they go. Chandler, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Chandler with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jack Rabbit Jenkins. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The 71 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow over the middle, complete. That's Chandler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie-ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler, and he's got it to about the 40.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
12, 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
11, 11. Stop.
They'll run on first down. It's Chandler, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cardinals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
QT now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw here. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Right, 77.
2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll try to run with this. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
In motion is Grant. They'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go, set.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Here we go.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Second and 11. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Arizona, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year.
another one.